Hey, Kim.
Hey.
Hey,
Oh,
Rebecca.
wait.
Emily.
Oh,
Oh, Emily, what is your little guy? Your little picture is so cute. Oh, I like that. Hello, everybody. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Gail. Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. How is everybody? Hey, Kristen. If you know you have a lot of chaos in your background and you guys want to mute, you can mute. That way we can talk for a sec till everybody hops on.
Guys seen this game. I've never watched
How is everybody?
good.
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 Happy 2020. Welcome to January and a whole new year. Is everybody pretty excited about the year?
Yes, lots of good things should be happening this year.
Yes, I think so too.
And I just got my Valentine delivery.
Oh, that's exciting. I got mine yesterday too. They're so pretty. I love them.
Yep.
All right, you guys. I hate to mute you guys because then I feel like I'm talking to myself. But I think I'm going to have to because it's pretty loud in the background. All right. Okay. Is that better? A little quieter for everybody. All right, you guys. Well, I know people are still hopping on, and they probably will for the next few minutes, seeing even with clocks that just automatically tell time. That at my house, they're all still off by minutes anyway. It's kind of funny. So, all right, first let's look back at December. I want to start off by recognizing some different people who did some great things. We had 121 stylists and leaders in December that were in the $1,000 club, meaning they sold $1,000 or more. So obviously I'm not going to read all 121 names, but you guys will be getting the email with all those names. We have our top 20 in sales. So I'll say names till I get to the top 3, then I'll give the amounts. Number 20, Amanda McKay. 19, Ellen Horner. 18, Krista Lynn Musselman. 17, Maureen Flanagan. 16, Stephanie Blaskowitz. 15, Nicole Shook. 14, Tracy Wilson. 13, Amy Myers. 12, Alicia Sprinkle. 11, Amanda Rebecca. 10, Randy Johnson. 9, Dina Doyle. 8, Jackie McGowan. 7, Emily Carlson. 6, Ella Hilton. 5, Cindy Dam. 4, Haley Cameron. And then number 3, Iona Skoda with 3,788. Darlene Lavoie at number 2 with 4,033. And number 1 was Lisa Adalahari at 4,090. So everybody can give me like a woo since we can't hear each other. Yeah, all right. Great sales, you guys. That was a great, that's a great month. It's a little funny, December, because we start off strong, but then people are kind of checked out from shopping. People kind of are checked out from working. So the fact that people had the numbers they did and the sponsoring they did is pretty impressive, for that type of month. So great job. Our monthly sales were we were so close to $500,000, $496,988.84. Putting our cumulative team sales at almost 8 million. We're getting there. We should be there this month, I think. $7,792,344. So congrats to everybody. If you've sold anything, you are a part of that. So great job. Cancun points, our top 3, we have Darlene Lavoie with 58, Jackie McGowan 48, and Amanda Rebecca with 47. Great job. I'm not going to say who's qualified for Cancun because until I get official lists due to double promotion points, I'm just leaving it at who has the highest points. But at the end of the month, we should be finding results out for Cancun. So if you are working towards it, this is your last month to earn Cancun. Top in sponsoring, we have Michelle Cummins and Lisa Adalahari with 4 each, and Ella Hilton with 5. So congratulations. Nothing like 5 people that could get you right there to a team leader that fast, right? So great sponsoring by those 3. Our promotions, 14 new senior stylists. Laura Snyder, Tracy Mabio, Jennifer Willis, Carrie McLean, Roxana Hall, Carol Richardson, Sue Flannery, Chelsea Noliner, Makisha Tulliver, Cheyenne Han, Cindy Dam, Frances Claire Betley, Julie Schott, and Kristen Shapley. So congrats to 14 new promotions. Then we have 5 new team leaders, Stephanie Blaskowitz, Judy Mays, Rebecca Thornton, Angela Hernandez, Marlena Young-Jones. Congrats to the new team leaders. They are now in our leadership group. And congrats to 2 new directors, Brandy Blanchard and Iona Skoda. So awesome job, you guys. 79 new people joined our team, which is super exciting as well. So a pretty amazing month. I'm going to unmute you guys. You can all cheer for each other. Hang on. All right, go ahead. Great job, everybody. That's exciting. I'm going to mute you again. Oh, someone has some music practice. I remember those days. I remember the recorder. If you have kids, every kid goes to the recorder. Oh, it's like fingernails on the walls or on the chalkboard sometimes when they hit those high notes. All right, so let's talk about January in 2020. So we have lots of things going on. We just finished our booking blitz. So I still have to go through the Google Forms, and we will be giving prizes out for that. Congrats to everybody who books parties in January and February over the weekend. Does not mean you can't keep booking them. That was just kind of a fun team way to do it together. So great job if you participated in that. I know lots of people were screenshotting that. We have our hostess promotion nails. One of the gals in one of the groups I'm in got them and said they're beautiful. I don't know if anyone on our team has. They looked glittery to me, but they said no, they were more like a shimmer, like a London fog, and they said they're beautiful. So I'm excited to get those. So let's see, we have that. Then our team has some high goals for this month, you guys. Last January, our team brought in 115 new stylists. So that is our goal for this January as well, to bring in 115 new stylists. So since the month started on a Wednesday, I'll post our little thermometer on this coming up Wednesday. So it's 1 week. I was going to post it today, and I thought it's not quite been a week. So I'll do it kind of every Wednesday. So 115 new people and 500,000 in sales, which means I'm looking to have us do more than we did in December. And the reason I did that is because, again, December, some people kind of stopped there for a bit. January, we're ready to go. We have another hostess promotion, which means people should be out there getting nail bars to offer those to hostesses. We can get our own nail bars where we're selling nails, so we can be earning those free sets. So I think we can do it. We were so close last month that I feel there should be no reason why we can't increase that by 4,000, hit a $500,000 for this month. I have prizes if we hit those. Anybody who sells at least $300 is put in the drawing for if we hit a $500,000, and if we hit the 115 stylists, whatever stylist gets picked, the person they enrolled will get it as well. So that's kind of a twofer prize. So that is fun and exciting. We also started what's called a Goal Crusher group. If you're not in it and it's something you think you want to do, it's Beautifully Polished Goal Crushers. It's a Facebook group just where people who kind of want to accelerate their business to the next level. What I want to get out of this group is I want you guys to be in there together creating conversations. I'll be in there in kind of directing things. Like so far, people have put their goals in there. So maybe if you're in that group or you're not in yet, but you have interest, go look and see what people's goals are. See who has similar goals. Message that person and say, hey, our goals look very similar. How would you like to pair up and we can help each other keep accountable and be accountability partners? Something like that. I'm looking for, this isn't just going to be me coming in telling you guys everything to do. It's you guys also creating relationships with people who want the same things and that can help motivate you. If one person's looking to sell 20 bucks a month, another person's looking to sell 2,000, they're probably not the right match, right? They're probably not going to be encouraging each other the same way. So look for somebody that's wanting similar things. And then the day that you're down, you reach out to them and say, oh, I just contacted 4 people. They all rejected me. And that person can say, you know, talk you off the ledge to get you to message 4 more people, because you got to get to the no's to get to the yeses. So far I've had people write their goals. This week they're working on what they're going to do to achieve those goals. You can't, just because you have goals doesn't mean you're going to hit them. You have to have a plan. So they're working on a plan in there. And then we kind of talked about filling out bubble charts every month. So you're understanding what the structure of your team is as you're moving forward. So there will be extra things in there, you know, coming from leaders, but it's also a group for you guys to be working together. And you can make comments in there. The one thing about Beautifully Polished is commenting is turned off, or posting. You guys can't just go in and post because there's so many people. This is a smaller group. So you could go in there and say, hey, looking for an accountability partner. Hey, you know, I've called 10 people. I'm getting no's. Who can suggest to me what they say? And let's look for ideas to share them. So that's the point of that group. And with that, people who are in there are also probably trying to achieve that circle of excellence that corporate has offered. An amazing opportunity, you guys, to earn extra money. You sell 1,000, which is a great goal to have in sales, because you'll hit enhanced commission. Enroll 2 people, which 2 people is the amount of people you should technically enroll to keep your business growing. So if you are working on building a team and growing your team, 2 people is how many you want to enroll every month to help your team grow. So it's really doable, and both things are set that they really help your business explode. So you hit those, then depending what rank you are, determines how much money you earn. You earn 50 or 150 or 500 or whatever it is. And 1 month doesn't matter to the next. You can hit it in January, February, March, April, May, June. Every month you hit it, you'll also get a little charm from corporate. So just think, if you hit every month, you have this full charm bracelet, which is pretty cool. So that is a great incentive from corporate to earn extra money. So if you don't know what it is, make sure it's been posted in the Facebook group, it's been emailed, it's sent through corporate. Look it up, talk to your upline, and see. It's a doable thing, and I think it's going to be great for a lot of people to help their business boom in 2020. I'm going to unmute you guys. Hopefully it won't be crazy, and just see if anyone has questions on that. You know what? Why don't I do this? If you have a question, why don't you unmute yourself maybe? Or there's a chat going. I can see if there's a, where the Google, no, you know what? The Google Forms, I don't think were emailed out. I will email those out. Thank you for that. When we hang up, I'll do that for the booking blitz. Okay. All right. So let's talk. We're talking all these things of getting people, you know, to do all these great things. Let's talk about what you should do with your business. I'm going to share my screen. I'm never perfect at this, so hopefully. And is that showing? Is my screen a purple thing? No. All right, thanks, Rhonda. Okay, all right, so we are gonna talk about productive priorities, meaning what the things that are most important in your job to help you earn money. There's a bajillion, I could work from the time I wake up till the time I went to bed on stuff with Color Street if I chose to, between organizing my stuff, looking up graphics, looking up nail fees, taking pictures, posting on Facebook. And those things are all great, but they're not real, they play parts into what I need to do for my business. But there's some real important things that you really need to hone in on and work on, and let the other stuff be a part of that to enhance that, or in your extra time. So if you are setting up a schedule of how many hours you want to work a week, I mean, if you're a senior stylist or a team leader, you shouldn't be working more than 10 hours a week. You just shouldn't. Even if you have a team, you should not be working more than 10 hours a week, unless you're doing like 7 nail bars at 2 hours a nail bar, then great, then more power to you. But otherwise, you guys really need to watch where your time is spent. So I want you to figure out how many hours you're going to work in the week, block those times off with your calendar blocking, and then go in and pick these important, productive jobs that are income producing, that are going to help your business grow, and fill them in of when you're going to do them. So let's talk about what they are. Okay. So we talk all about your own business, right? You can determine your own, how much you're going to make from your own sales, right? I know if I sell $400, I'm going to make $100 this month. I could sell, now here I go again with the math. One of these days I'll have to learn 35% off the top of my head. I'm not April Shook. I don't have that math brain. So if I did $4,000, I'm earning, what, 1,000 plus an additional 10% more. Am I at like 1,100, April? I don't know. Okay. So anyways, I can figure out how much I'm going to earn. If you want to make the crazy money people are talking about, you can earn all that kind of extra money when you build up in leadership ranks. The higher you go in leadership typically means you have bigger teams with other leaders and more people, and you're earning percentages from more people. That's where, like, executive levels is where you can earn this crazy money you hear of some of these people making in Color Street. Even those people, they still have to focus on the most important things first. I don't care what level you are. I don't care if you started yesterday. I don't care if you're a Sapphire National executive. You all have to do the things that are income producing that help your business grow. So you're always going to want to pick out the most important things first. And the things I'm going to talk about are the things that are going to make your business grow, and the things that are, if you want to move into leadership, it's going to help you make more money. So it all kind of plays part to each other. So I'm going to get rid of those windows. That way everybody doesn't see them in the recording. Okay. All right. So these are your 5 things. If you guys want to write it down or screenshot it, these are the things you should always be working on. Number 1, you should always be booking nail bars. Number 2, you need to hostess coach. It doesn't matter if you book a nail bar if you don't do anything with the hostess, because you're going to have a cruddy nail bar. Number 3, you need to run your nail bars. I know that seems obvious, so we'll talk about that. Number 4 is you need to work on your sponsoring contacts of who's going to be next in your business. And number 5, you're working on coaching calls with your team and your new stylist. All right, or coaching calls with yourself and your upline. All right, so we're going to break it down. Okay, booking nail bars. You guys, we are a party planning business. I can't emphasize that enough. If you think you can do your business just by talking to people on the street, you're probably not going to sell as much as you want to sell. You're probably not going to get hostesses for another party. You're probably not going to get new teammates. You've got to do nail bars. I don't care if they're online or in person. My feeling is in person is, I don't want to say better, but you know, if you can get in person, you get more bang for your buck. Typically, people like to touch, feel, see. So I think you get a little more bang for your buck than in the online, but I'm not going to refuse either. So let's talk about booking nail bars. So it's just imperative. You need to do nail bars. Your nail bars are what's going to get you your sales, your customers, your new hostesses, and your new stylists. It really is the bread and butter of your own personal business, okay? So again, I have on there, you can do online or in person, it doesn't matter. You need to reach out to personally to people, all right? Instead of just, you know, I'm on my personal page and I say, hey, booking parties, or even in my VIP group yesterday, just kind of for fun, but I wanted to see if anybody would reply to it. I've been dying to do a naughty nighty theme party because I think it would be super fun. In case you're wondering what a naughty nighty theme party is, don't worry, they don't wear it, but everybody brings what they sleep in a bag, and then they put it in the middle and they have to pick and guess who it is. It's just kind of fun. It has nothing to do with nails, but it's a fun way for them to all have fun, and then you're doing your nail party with it. So I posted a cute little gif of some people in nightgown, nighties, and said, I've been dying to do a naughty nighty party. What local people are up to do a naughty nighty party in January, February? Do I expect people to jump on that and reach out to me? They might. I might get a couple, but I really need to reach out to people now that I posted it and say, hey, did you see my post? I'd love to do this with you. I think you and your friends would be so much fun at this. When I post, it's really just kind of to remind people of what I'm doing, but I can't plan on my business just coming from general posts. I've got to reach out to people. I need to text them. I need to message them. I need to email them. I need to call them and ask if they would like to get together and have a nail bar with them and their friends. You have language with samples of things you can say that you can find on our Trello board. I posted a bunch of stuff preparing for this call today. I reposted stuff that's been in Beautifully Polished or on Trello, but I reposted a bunch of scripts again yesterday in Beautifully Polished. I know people were looking at them. So they're great ideas of what you can say to book those nail bars if you're unsure of what to say. We have a lot to talk about, so I'm not going to go through all the language right now, but take a peek at those, practice them with family members, ask your friends if you can practice on them. The more comfortable you feel asking people for a nail bar, then the easier it comes for you. And it just becomes kind of second nature. So practice makes perfect, you guys. Well, I guess never perfect because, we're never perfect. But there's scripts in there for your first 4 nail bars. Another one is called Getting Bookings the Easy Way. And another one's called Direct Seller's Cheat Sheet. So those all have some great verbiage in there. You need to spend time every week. So 1 hour a week, maybe you're going to set aside or maybe it's going to be 15 minutes a day, maybe an hour. You think I cannot be on the phone that long calling people. So maybe it's going to be 15 minutes a day where you are calling people to ask them or messaging, like I said, to set up your parties. If you want your business to grow, you guys, you should be booking 10 to hold 8 because you will get some cancellations and sponsoring 2 people. That is the true formula for growth. That's what's going to get you that $1,000 at least in sales. That's what's going to get you those 2 people that you need. So it all goes hand in hand with what corporate is offering to you to earn extra money. But you've got to, you can't just think it's going to happen. Again, it's kind of like writing a goal down. I'm going to book 2 nail bars a month, but I reached out to 4 people. Well, you probably won't get 2 nail bars. You might get lucky and get 2 out of 4, but you might not. So, and if you only call 4 people and you get 2, my gosh, then go for more nail bars, right? If you got a 50% turnover on who is going to do it, then call more people for that month. Why not? Why not start booking your February then if you can? So another way to get so hang on, let me back up. So always overbook yourself. If someone wants to have a party, and like this month, I was really pushing out how many Friday parties I could do. And sure enough, I did overbook. And we ended up switching it. But if you couldn't switch it, maybe you're going to ask someone in your downline to take that party for you. So you'd always be able to find somebody to do that party. But chances are overbook because somebody's going to cancel. So if you want to hold 8 parties, 2 might cancel, and so you'd end up with 6. So overbook, if you say, I just want to do 6, you book 8, you might not be doing 8. So if you overbook, you're totally fine then with the amount you had a goal on. So another thing to think about, what if you flipped a hostess? If you don't know what that means, you have a hostess who's going to do a party. She decides she wants to sell. So now all of a sudden that party, you're going to take all the orders from her party that night. She's going to sign up. You're going to set up a link and you're going to put because I do paper orders, all the orders through her. Well, now I had planned on that party. Well, now I'm down a party. But if I overbooked, I'm not down a party because now she flipped. And so now I still have an extra party to get me to the sales that I wanted to have. So those are some reasons to have extra parties on hand. So where do you get the parties? You can book parties from parties. You should always try to walk away from a party with 2 more parties. I don't care if it's a Facebook party or an in-person party. Facebook parties, you can play booking games. You can play, there's all sorts of different graphics in that graphics group of different things you can do. In-person parties, you can do you can do dice game, purse game, offer a free gift if they book that day. Ask people. I'm telling you guys, we forget just simply asking. You know, it's all you have to do at checkout is say, all right, so what do you think of the party today? I would love to be able to do this with you and your friends. What do you think? It's really that easy. It's that simple. But if you don't ask, they might be the person going, oh, I kind of want to have one, but I don't know. But if you ask, all of a sudden you gave them that little tip over the iceberg that made them say, oh yeah, I will. I was kind of thinking about it, and yes, I will. So just ask them. People don't always respond to free items. So, you know, that isn't always, hey, do you want to have a party so you can get free stuff? It's not, that isn't what always appeals to people. We're really busy people. Some people just want the excuse to have their friends over. So also take that angle, you know, the escape the chaos, have your friends over. I am so busy these days, it seems, that I don't get to see my friends. So I look for an excuse to see my friends. And I think a lot of women are the same way. We get home and we just kind of want to be at home. But if a friend invited me to go do something, I'd be happy to do it. But I don't necessarily, you know, I'm not begging for plans. But if they're there, I get excited. And so a lot of people are in that boat. We just have so much going on that we're kind of, we just get comfortable at home. But if you're invited to something, you want to go. So offer them to escape that night with their friends and come have a fun night in. Offer a theme party. Like I said, the naughty nighty party. Women like theme parties. Again, it gives them an excuse. It gives the guests. And I mean, I'll tell you what, if I got an invite to a naughty nighty party, you think I wouldn't be there? That sounds like fun. So the more fun you make the title, that appeals to women. They want to come and see what the heck that's all about. Make your parties fun. Don't go in there unenergetic. If you want to book a party, you better be a fun person up there, or friendly or corrigible. And if you're not, well, then you may not be getting bookings. So if you want people to book with you, again, they just introduce you to their friends. Be on your best behavior, right? So then their friends want to book with you too. Okay, so when you are reaching out to people for party dates, whether you are talking to them, you know, messaging them, whether this is at a party, whether it's you're doing an online party and you're right in the middle of the 30-minute party live, you need to have done your calendar blocking ahead of time so you have dates in front of you of when you are available. So again, going back to what is calendar blocking? Calendar blocking is you're taking your schedule and you're breaking it apart. You're marking when you cannot work in red. You know you have date night, you know you work another job, you know you have something at church, you know you have your child's choir or band practice. You're marking anything time you can't work in red. You are marking all these cool trainings like tonight, or Tuesday training at noon, or our in-person meeting next Thursday at Madonna. And you're marking all those in blue when you're going to be growing your business, but it's not necessarily a time that you can go work, but it's you helping yourself with all these meetings. Then you're marking when you can work in green, all right? So all the hours you can work in green. So when you are when you are talking to somebody about a nail bar, you better have 3 dates picked out. You better know, like I said, my Fridays, my weekends are really bad these next 8 weeks. I know I pretty much have a couple Fridays and I have to stick to I like Thursdays and weekend parties. I would always do earlier, but those seem to be days people want. So I was very limited when I could offer them to people. So I needed to have my dates ready to go, because otherwise, if they say to me, well, how about January 4th? No, that doesn't work for me. Okay, well, how about January 7th? No, still doesn't work for me. How about January 10th? No. Well, by now that girl's so frustrated with you, she doesn't want to hold a party with you. But instead, if you're proactive, you have the dates written ahead of time, and you say, oh my gosh, that's so exciting. I'm so glad you want to have a party. I have this day, and this day available. What works best for you? You are coming at them with 3 dates that you are available, that you know you can do it, and you're not going to be turning them down for a party they want to have with you. So always have those ready so you are ready to give them to anybody who is willing to have that party. All right, so that is booking your nail bars. Now let's go into, you've booked your nail bars. The next biggest thing is, well, actually, wait, did I miss, where's my hostess coaching? Hang on. Oh, they're out of order, sorry. Let's go to hostess coaching. you've got a hostess coach to have a good party, you guys. And we've come a long way in our hostess coaching from the time that we have started. You know, we were all flying by the seat of our pants just trying to figure out what the heck to do at a nail bar before. Hang on, I need a drink. Okay, so you're getting your hostess to buy into what you're doing is imperative. You have to get her. Her friends trust her. Her friends don't know you. Now, once you build a rapport and you get in that group where you're doing parties, you know, with all the different friends, and this month it's her turn, and okay, now they're getting to know you. But at first, if it's a room of people you don't know, they don't know you. They don't know you from anybody else. So why would they trust you about this product? But they will trust their friend. And remember, they are there to support their friend as the hostess. They may have just bought Color Street at an event last week, but they're going to go to their friend's party because their friend always comes to their parties. So remember, you want your hostess, you want her to have the same goals as you. You want her to have a fun, lively party. You want her to have fun at her party. You want her to be happy with her hostess rewards. And so you've got to build that relationship with her. From the second she says she wants that party, you are working on your relationship with her. All right? So if it's a party 2 months from now, you're just keeping in touch with her over those 2 months. If it's a party next week, you are moving fast on this relationship with her. All right? So what do you do with her? Well, first you want to, the very first thing you're going to do, she says she wants to have a party, you're going to pick your date, right? All right, so try, if you're booking a nail bar at a nail bar, to get that nail bar date before she leaves. All right, and then just say, you know what, just confirm it when you get home and then we'll be ready to go. If she 100% knows, then guess what you can do right there? Take a picture of her because she's at a party. She probably has a sample on, and you can send it, you can put it in, you know, one of your little word swag or something, right? Save the date, text it to her and say, there you go, there's a save the date. You can text this out to all your friends right now and tell them to save the date for your fun party. All right, just like that. There's your first contact with her and her first contact with her friends. Okay, the next thing you're gonna do is you need to get her a hostess packet. So if you're at an in-home party, you bring a hostess packet with you and you give it to her. If you're at home and you book it, or in Facebook and book it, then you're mailing it to her or dropping it off depending on location. So what do you have in a hostess packet? You have some samples in there for her. You have some order forms, which I guess order forms nowadays with the link, I guess you really kind of don't need them as much. They could just go on the link and order. I think old school always, so I still stick order forms in there. Catalogs and a wish list. And then if you're giving her a special gift, I usually give the thank you gift at the party, unless it's a Facebook party, then you can send it. But if it's an in-person party, I want to present her with whatever, that extra set of nails or a little something in front of her friends. So, but if you're not doing it in person, then you can just do it. You can send it in your hostess packet. Another thing Jackie just did the other day, which I thought was super cute, when she went to go send out her hostess packet, she took a picture of it, or her in the hostess packet, sent it to her and said, "Oh, I'm so excited, look what's on your way." So again, all those cute little reach outs to her makes her feel important. It's helping you guys build a bond between each other. This hostess, you hope, is your future hostess again. Maybe she's a stylist, but you want to have that relationship because she's going to be bringing people to you and friends to you. Okay, so let's see. I'm looking at my notes here. Okay, so you save the date. Okay, so again, if the party is like a month or two out, you're going to keep in contact with her, send her messages occasionally so she doesn't think you forgot about her. Send her the language. Figure out how you're going to invite. Are you going to do a Facebook event? Even if it's an in-home party, you could still do a Facebook event for the in-home party. And that way you have, the nice thing about doing something like that is you have the guest list then. You would see who all those people are and you could friend them on Facebook. If she's just texting her friends, you may not have that guest list unless you ask her for it. So the cool thing is you can friend them if you do a Facebook event. If she's texting, you may send her the verbiage of what she could say. If it's handwritten, I mean, I've done it every way. I've done the paper invites and I've put them all together and I've sent them to the hostess for her to send on. I've gotten the guest list from her for her because she sends me the addresses. I've mailed them out. I have done texting. I have done the Facebook invite. Now, the one thing about a Facebook group or invite is it disappears. So if you're doing a Facebook party, I would stick that in a group, not just an event, because that will disappear and then you can't give any future posts with it. So that's the negative of a Facebook event. Okay, so sender language of what the invite should be, especially if it's a Facebook one, because remember, we don't want her to just invite people, then dump them all in the group. So we have specific verbiage to say to her, where she would say to her friends, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I just recently discovered Color Street and I cannot wait to share it with you. It's 100% nail polish. It's the answer I've been looking for painting my nails for so long. Let me know if you would like an invite to my party next Wednesday. Then when they say yes, then you give her the verbiage of what they're going to say, how she's going to send her the link to her Facebook party. Because you want that person to say yes. You don't want her to just dump them in the party. Okay, so again, if you can get the guest list, that's great. Then you have those contacts. So whether they come or not, you have the contacts of everybody invited. So that's a nice thing when you can get the guest list. You are helping her create her frank list. Remember, they create frank lists just like we do. You want to talk to her and coach her through inviting people to the party. Remember, a party with 1 or 2 people, not as fun as a party with 6, 8, 10, 12 people. All right? 6, 8, 10, 12 people. 10, 12, it's going to be lively. People are going to be laughing. They're going to be passing nails around. They're going to be sharing ideas. Then if there's that person who doesn't want to buy, they're not going to feel so pressured because they're the only person in the room. 1 or 2 people, it's going to be probably quieter. If that person was thinking of not buying, now they really feel under pressure because there's only 2 of them. So just, you kind of want to describe that, to your hostess that, you don't have to have a room full of 30 people, but 10, 12 women make a really fun party with people having a lot of fun and giggling. And of course, the more fun they have, then they're going to want to order more, and that gives you more hostess credit. So I always tell my hostess that my goal for her is no less than $300. I really feel our hostess plan, and I tell them that, really kicks off at $300. I'd like you to get at least 3 at half off. I'd like you to get at least $45 free. So, any outside orders you collect ahead of time will go towards that $300. So, and then every friend you get to book who has a $300 party after, you're going to get $25 to spend at each of theirs. So you're explaining all that to her ahead of time. So she is going to be looking for the people who want to host their next party so she can spend. She is going to be trying to get outside orders. She's going to help you do the work by reaching out to her friends to get to at least that level. You can even offer her an incentive if she gets to 300 before the party starts. Just think, then the people at the party would be the icing on the cake. Okay, you are contacting her a few days before the party to see how her guest list is coming. Again, if she only has a couple people coming, you want to talk to her. Well, have you reached out to people personally? Have you texted to just kind of confirm if they're coming? One easy way is, if you've given her samples, you can tell her to say, hey, I was just checking in to see if you're able to come. I have a sample I could drop by if you wanted to try it, before the party or something like that. And that way she would be able to get an answer from that person. So make sure you are messaging her ahead of time. Again, you'll kind of lay out the party of what you're going to do at the party, when you're going to show up. I usually try to go 30 minutes is a little bit too much time, 20 minutes, but I want her to know I'm going to get there early enough to be able to help her finish setting up and greet the guests when they come in. So it kind of tells her that I don't have a huge setup. One thing I do proactively is I say to all hostesses before the party starts, I say, if you're thinking doing what I'm doing is something you may want to do, let me know, and we could easily get you signed up and create a link for you, and I could put the party link right under you, and all these orders could go to you instead of to me. So the night of your party, you could not only be making the hostess credit, but you could also be making commission. Again, I have a lot of people that say no thank you. I had one say no thank you today for my party this week, and that's okay. So I said, that's okay. I just want to let you know because I've had hostesses that switch over after, and then her party has already gone through me. So I just kind of take it proactively now and let people know ahead of time in case that's something they're thinking about. Boom, it's that easy. Okay, so the day before, you want to contact her again, tell her again how excited you are, that, you know, again, you're going to be there 20, 30 minutes before party time to help her greet the guests. You know, tell her again that at the party, it's going to be important for her to show her nails, talk about her nails, talk about the ones she's liked, you know, think of the ones she's worn, have her wish list ready for things she wants to show, you know, talk about the wish list of the things that she wants. She can help in the presentation by reaffirming her love of the product. If she is a Facebook hostess, she really has to be present. You're doing a 30-minute live party, that hostess needs to be on, she needs to be in there, she needs to be commenting on everyone's posts, or people are gonna get out if she's not in there. So it's real important that a Facebook hostess knows she is the most valuable part of that party, which is getting in there and commenting. Tell her to keep her food and drink simple. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. Then you're done with the coaching now, but at the party, you're going to treat her like gold. You want all of her friends to see how well you treat your hostesses. Give her her thank you gift in front of the guests. Talk about everything. Have the guests share what they like. Again, those are in our party cards. I won't get into it. You're going to fill the card out about what everyone likes about her. Then when you send her a thank you after the party, you can include that in there. At the end of the night, when you're closing out with her, you know, or the next day, whenever you're closing out with her, try to get her then to book her next party with you. Oh, the next catalog release, the spring release is going to be in probably March. Did you want to go ahead and get a date put on your calendar for the spring launch for you and your friends? And that gets your hostess now as a repeat hostess. All right, so that is what I have on hostess coaching, you guys. So far you are working on your nail bars. You're working on hostess coaching. Oops, didn't mean to do the whoops, sorry. Hang on. Okay, now we have to talk about holding the actual parties. So I know you guys, this seems obvious. If you're booking them, you have to hold them. But seriously, it is a key part. What I mean is, by this is, again, you have to calendar block that time in to make sure you have time to hold the parties. All right? Don't just say, I want to hold 2 nail bars this month or 5 nail bars this month, but give no time for these hostesses to have any parties. So you've got to work the time in for times that you are going to be able to do it. Remember, your business is going to start when you give hours. Every store has hours. You've got to give hours of when you can do it. Okay. So if you choose to do parties, and this is kind of what I mean by holding your parties, you've got to take time to make them right. All right. Do not just wing it. And this is where your time will come in again, because this is what's going to be income producing for you. You have a good party, you're going to make good money, right? But if you go in there and you just grab a bag on your way out the door and you're in a crabby mood, you know what? It's probably not going to be the greatest party because you're probably going to have a bad attitude. So you got to be prepared. Whether or not you like to prepare your nail bar the day before, the week before, whether or not you get home from a nail bar, repack your bag, it's just ready to go. Whenever you put the time in, that's fine. I don't care. But you got to put the time in. You want to have your catalogs labeled. You want to have tickets for the game. You want to have order forms. You want to have your catalogs. You want to have your party cards. You want to have a clipboard. You've done your hostess coaching. That's, again, time. You've gotten her ready. You've labeled your nails if you're bringing nails. If you're doing guest folders, like we talk about in our party cards, you are putting your guest folders together. My guest folders have an order form, 2 business cards, a note card, and a wish list. You have those all put together. If you're taking paper orders, you better have your paper orders together. If we've recently showed how you can highlight every 4th line on your order form, and that in their head shows them every 4th set is free. We'll have that highlighted beforehand. Don't do it the day of the party. Have pens, have your square if you're running, you know, if you're doing any type of cash and carry. All that stuff makes for a good party, you guys. So when I say one of your productive priorities is holding parties, it's having all that stuff ready to make that party successful. So that is when maybe you're, you know, online searching for graphics for a Facebook party. That's when you spend your time doing that. And then you have to spend the time running the party. Facebook parties are time consuming. You know, you've got to get all your graphics together. You've got to be in there posting. So if you tell someone you're going to do an online party, you better be prepared for however you're doing it, whether it's a 30-minute party, a week-long party, whatever it is, you commit and you make sure you are either scheduling those posts, which takes time, or doing them each day. But don't just, if you're having a week-long party, don't post every 3 days and think your party's going to be good. So again, if you commit to parties, you've got to put the timing in to make the party successful and follow through on the timing that it takes to run a good party. Then afterwards, you're going to have follow-up. You're going to place the orders if you took paper orders. You have to send out prizes. If you were online and you did a booking game, or, you know, a booking game and people won prizes, and people won free shipping, you might have to send out reimbursements. Whatever your follow-up is, that is part of holding your parties. So you've got to think of all the stuff that goes into those parties and make sure that you have it like a well-oiled machine. And the more you do, the more comfortable you feel with it, and the more you'll know what you need. Okay, next one is sponsoring phone calls. So maybe an hour a week, or again, 10, 15 minutes a day. This is when you are building relationships with people. You're gonna spend time sharing the business with people. Maybe it's reaching out to customers. Maybe it's building relationships online. And so that could be just simply, you know, going in different groups that you're in and making conversations with people in these groups, starting to build rapport that eventually you're going to introduce what you do, or your friends on Facebook, they're going to see it. And so it may not be, you don't want to meet someone online and say, hey, guess what I do? You want to come do it? Build a relationship, and then you could offer the business. But all that stuff wraps into this. If you have a vending event, you are calling your leads. If you had a nail bar, you're following up with those contacts. So that direct seller's cheat sheet has some great verbiage in there for different things you could say to people and following up, see if they'd be interested in the business. Remember, when you are talking to people at nail bars and events, bring the business up then, and then you can have an idea if you're following up with them. And maybe you don't always know, and maybe it's just something that due to your conversation you're having, maybe you're just thanking them about the nails and they're raving about them, and it just works into a conversation. Well, if you love them this much, have you thought about doing what I do? And so sometimes you don't even plan on it being a sponsoring call, and it can be a sponsoring call. Do not get frustrated. You're going to get many, many, many no's to get to that one yes. If every person said yes, we'd have a huge team, and everybody we know would be selling Color Street, right? But you've got to offer it in order to get the no to get to the next yes. So make sure you are making those calls. Again, just posting on Facebook saying, come do what I do is not enough to always get people to come and want to do it. You've got to follow up. You want to be, and again, we have verbiage in there, things you can say to people about offering the job and handling objections. So I'm just kind of talking today generally about what you do in each of these areas. But you've got to offer it to people. And so again, it pushes them over that iceberg when you're telling them why you could see them doing what you do. All right, then our last one is working with new team members and current team members. So when a stylist signs up, you guys, it's a really, really important time for them. Think of when you first signed up. We are inundated with information. You get so much stuff. So you are that person that is going to work with them and help answer some questions. Now, let's say you just signed up and you don't know what you're doing yet either. Let's say you've even been in 2 months and you're still figuring things out. Your upline leaders are here to help with this. Your upline leaders are here to help get your team members up and running. So if someone says, I want to do this, and you say, oh my gosh, you can't do this with me yet, I don't know what I'm doing, don't do that. Let them sign up, and your upline leader is there to help you get that person because they've been there longer and have more experience. But that beginning time is real important with them, checking in with them. You're making sure they do a let's get started call with their upline leader, watching a strong start call, watching training videos, starting their frank list. You would call them before and after their nail bars, you and or their leader. Your leader should be calling and just figuring out when their nail bars are. Okay, great. So let's figure out what happened before, or talk to them before their nail bar to make sure they're prepared. Talk to them after the nail bar to see what happened and what type of issues they had or what went well. By answering these questions and helping them right at the beginning with all that, they're going to be successful and they're going to feel really good about their business really early on. So spending that time with them really early on to make sure they understand the ins and outs helps them get a jump start right into their business and feel really comfortable right away. So it's real important that we are checking in, encouraging them, troubleshooting, sharing ideas, and getting them to find the right answers at the beginning. So again, I have in there, remember your upline leaders to help you with that. If you're new, they're there. Your leaders are here to help you. If you have a team already, the other part of your business is working with them, helping them with coaching calls, with their goals, accountability, troubleshooting, brainstorming. And then the higher up you are in leadership, then you have different calls you're doing, or maybe you're running your own trainings, different things like that. So working with your team, kind of depends where you are. So I didn't go into a lot of detail because that also depends on what rank you are. So, okay, so let's go back over these. The activities we just talked about are activities that will produce income. So don't get stuck like in the Facebook rabbit hole, I call it, where you are we could find, I don't even know how many Color Street groups out there that you could just sit there and look at nail fees all day, all right? But let's not do that. Let's focus on the things that make you money, the things we talked about. Organizing your stuff and making it look pretty is great. But again, do that once and then hopefully it'll stay pretty, and then focus on the other stuff. Always have samples to pass out with you at your first nail bar, to pass out with you and hold your first nail bars. So that's the most important thing, you guys. If you're just starting, you want to get your samples out. You want your first nail bars because your store isn't open until you start spreading the word, right? You've got to get it out there to people. And then it's just have fun, enjoy, and learn the process. It's a journey, you guys. I'm going to unstop the share. This whole job is a journey. So enjoy the journey. You're not going to know everything at the beginning, but all the little things you learn along the way, none of us have all the answers. And I'm constantly learning from other people. We're always coming up with new ideas. So enjoy every step of it from the beginning to the end, because you're going to be learning things the whole entire time you're doing it. So, all right. That's me talking. So now if anyone has any questions, if you want to unmute yourself, or if anyone has any ideas on any of those topics that they want to share, that's something that's worked well for them in any of these areas that they would love to share with somebody, please jump in. Nobody?
Hey,
Oh.
Debbie.
Yeah. Hi, Jen.
I guess I just wanted to comment about the Facebook parties.
Yeah.
Pulling my hair out a little bit. I've got three currently going, and then one scheduled for the 22nd.
Okay.
Something I did is I took and I put all the posts in like a notes in my phone.
Yes. Yep.
And then I can just copy and paste it, and I schedule a couple days in advance.
Brilliant.
So that's been helpful that, I'm just copying and pasting from my notes. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel every single time.
And that is so brilliant. I do the same thing. I mean, otherwise you're driving yourself crazy because you're typing all the same stuff. So that is a great idea. However you do it from your, computer, your phone. I don't know how you do it from your phone. I don't like working from my phone. I do a computer.
I've gotten creative.
Yeah. So thank you for sharing that, Jen. I think that's brilliant. And that's going to help you be able to hold more Facebook parties at once. Learning, having done that and copying and pasting and scheduling. Anyone else want to share any ideas of things that they feel have worked?
Hey, Debbie, it's Dina.
Hi, Dina. How are you?
Hi, great. How are you?
Good.
This was awesome. It was really helpful. Thank you so much. So on Thursday, I have a face-to-face nail bar, and a couple of new stylists have asked if they can attend a face-to-face with me. And then I reached out to some of our new stylists and offered just to see if they wanted to come along. And so if you are fortunate to live near somebody on your team or with an upline nearby, don't hesitate to reach out to ask if you could go as a guest. You could take notes. And of course, it's great to have a wingman, to have somebody help you maybe put on some samples and get a little bit of practice, but not be totally the one running the party.
Yes, that's brilliant. I actually have one face-to-face in South Lyon this Friday too. So I know we have some gals in that area. Yeah, that's a great idea, Dina. Always bring along people if they want to see, because again, I would love to, even though I do face-to-face parties, I'd love to see how Dina does a face-to-face party. I'd love to see how other people do face-to-face parties. And like you say, when you have that wingman, I don't know about you, but I play along really well with other people, and it's so much easier for me to become animated. So you have that Color Street person there, and then you can kind of make jokes back and forth along with the group, and it can make it actually a really fun party.
That's true. And then the people who are the guests see the teamwork and the camaraderie, and they realize, oh, wow, you guys do work together, and it is a great support system, and you're not left on your own.
Yeah. Very brilliant. So anybody on this call, Dina's party, what's your address?
I'll be in Dearborn. Come with me.
Yeah. And I'll be in South Lyon. All right. Anybody else? Any other people want to share ideas or any questions? If you're new, don't be scared of questions. You can ask a question. I have an in-home schedule the previous host has been wanting to join, along with have an online party for her later on in the day. It was originally a Facebook party. Oh, so so in November I did one that it was a lot of work, because same thing. She was an in-home party but then we ended up creating a Facebook party too. So I felt like I was kind of running two different parties. Is that what you're saying, Emily, that you have a in-home and a Facebook for the same person? Okay. So I did find it to be a lot of work, just because then I felt like an in-home, you can get in and out, but then I was maintaining that Facebook, but I could follow up with them. So if she's wanting to join, so the biggest thing would be if you're doing it in person, I would do the online later, and I wouldn't set the link up ahead of time. If she's thinking of joining, you don't want to get all those orders in ahead of time. So I would do paper orders at the party. And again, if you're doing our new party cards, there's one card where at the end you say, would you, if Susie signed up to do this, would you be willing to do a party with her? And then they put a smiley face by it. So if those are all paper orders, easy. She signs up, you put those orders in under her. So then the Facebook group, I would start after that party, just in case she ends up signing up. If she does it ahead of time and people start ordering, those will all go to you. And I'd rather have them go to her if that's going to make a difference in her signing. Does that make sense? Is that what you were kind of wondering? Okay, so it's scheduled for 7 p.m. The in-home is 5. Perfect. Are you going to be able to get in and out and back home by 7 to be on at a Facebook party? Okay, then I noticed a lot of themed online nail bars. How do you offer a hostess a theme for her nail bar? You could just say, some people love doing theme parties. Here's some different theme parties I have for next month. Or sometimes when I'm working, especially with the in-home hostess, I'll say, like the one I have this week, she wanted to do wine and cheese. So it's wine, cheese, and pretty nails, please. So just kind of, I'll say, sometimes people really like a catchy phrase for a party. So like last month, one of them was, you know, I offered her manis and mimosas, and she loved that. So she literally had mimosas. She had we did margaritas. So she had margaritas and then a few little snacks. So it kind of gives them structure to the party, and it just makes it catchy for the guests. So I usually just say straight up, a lot of my hostesses like to have a theme. Is there a certain type of theme you'd like? I've done things like, and you can list some of them. Or here's some of them some people on my team have done. The naughty nighty. I want someone on our team to do a naughty nighty and post pictures. I've got to get one of those booked. This month, I posted one out there. What was it? Like being comfy. I had a catchy name for it though. Like they can come in their pajamas if they want. Cozies and cuddle. I can't remember what I named it, but it was really cute. I posted that one somewhere. A live dinner in-home would be a great idea. Unless then they start ordering. So just don't put the link up for them yet. How would you bring your new book to the naughty nighty part? Would you bring your new book? Tell me what, you mean the party cards? Dara, do you mean the party cards? Would you bring your new book? What's a book? The book you got at the leader party. What am I missing? You can unmute, Dar, because I'm not sure what you're talking about.
The book the white elephant book, Deb.
Yeah, I don't think it would be appropriate, Deb. I was just joking. Sorry. I should
you're
have unmuted.
funny.
But my husband's coming in and out of the bedroom, so.
That is why I wasn't understanding it.
Yes, because it was like the white elephant, the best white elephant gift in the whole world.
That was a pretty funny one.
It was hysterical.
All right, you guys, any other questions? Those are some great questions and comments. So again, those should be your focuses. If you focus on those 5 areas of your business, no matter what level you are at, your business will grow, and that's going to help you with all these other things Color Street has put out there for you.
Hey, Deb.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, can I say one other quick thing?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so I remember when I was getting my master's degree for education, for teaching, and one of the things they covered was don't spend your prep hour wiping down your board and straightening up your desk rows. You have to use your prep hour to be productive, like calling parents and doing things that were going to really benefit your classroom, not just, straightening up your desk. And so when you mentioned productive priorities, like don't just make things pretty, like by buying things and going out and getting all sorts of, spending the money on the business cards and, buying the things before you're starting to make money, it made me think of, it's probably the same in other professions. And it makes such great sense to really focus on what's productive and what's going to give you your most bang for your buck. And that would be the parties and your team.
Yep. I love that comparison. I mean, it's really that way in all of life, right? Even with your family members, my husband just stopped and looked at me. To me, quality time with a family member is so valuable. You're all in the same room and everyone's on their phones. What is that going to do, right?
Right.
All together. But what's really going to bring you guys closer together? What's really going to make your love stronger and your family stronger is that playing a game or doing something together. So focusing on things that work the best in anything we do. I'm looking at income producing in a family as more like love producing, but
yeah.
I love that with teaching. Yeah, it's so true. And again, I'm not saying don't go out and buy the business cards, don't straighten up your desk, although mine looks like it has in 6 months. I'm saying if that's what you are doing day in and day out, if you have scheduled 10 hours to work this week, you're at the end of the week and you spent all 10 hours doing the fluffy stuff, then you're avoiding the real stuff. So do the real stuff, and then your extra time is for the fluffy stuff. All right?
Yep, exactly.
All right, you guys. Great job, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. If no one has any other questions, I'm going to let you guys get off and I'll go to bed. All right? So thanks for tuning in. If it was your first call, congratulations on your first Team Beautifully Polished training call, and I hope you were able to take some notes and learn. And this recording will be posted if people were not able to get on. All right. Have a great night, everybody.
Thanks, you too. Bye, guys.
Bye.